What's up, Cynthia? Thank you for your patience. This is the Peace Dealer. Just finished my readings for the day. And we're going to go in very quickly. I'm not going to make this long at all. The outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, okay, which are in Taurus, Pisces, and Capricorn, respectively. Shout out to Nasiha. Shout out to Coma Star. What's up, y'all? So, yeah, shout out to all of you in the live chat showing up. Once again, whenever I do Jupiter and Saturn, whenever I do Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, these are more so just small touching points because, of course, these energies don't move as fast. So right off the bat, what I do want to say about the influence of these outer planets, Uranus is going to be 10 degrees Taurus at the beginning of Leo season. Neptune's 20 degrees retrograde Pisces, and Pluto is 23 degrees retrograde in Capricorn. And at the end of the cycle, we're going to see Uranus 10 degrees retrograde. Neptune is going to be 20 degrees retrograde, and Pluto is going to go 22 degrees. So on the surface, these outer moving planets transiting the sun don't necessarily seem to do a lot, but will indeed be doing a lot. Mainly because of the energy revolving, the transits interacting with it. So Gabby G said, what does that mean? We know 10 degrees is manifestation, I manifest. We know 20 degrees is numerology 2, I feel. We know 23 degrees is numerology 5, I think. And 22 degrees is numerology 4, breakdown, breakthrough. So what that means is at a very dude, I cannot say why is this important without thinking of young Pharaoh now. Like young Pharaohisms have taken over the people. But why this is important is that in a very subtle sense, there's going to be a flip that has probably by now already switched, and that flip is going to be the fuck it switch. And this fuck it switch is going to transform forever the relationship that you've had with this extra dimensional energy that you didn't understand, that caused you to hold yourself back from people because now you're dealing with aspects of yourself you're not sure impact others. And now you're like, fuck it. I don't care what it does. In fact, what's up? In fact, I hope you think I'm weird. I hope you think I'm strange. You can get it. Now, I feel like so many of you have already flipped the switch, but why Leo season is the flip switch is because Leo season is going to turn on the sun. And a lot of you have been getting some machismo. A lot of you have been growing some balls. My lovely, beautiful woman too. You've been growing some balls too. You've been getting that machismo. Mars has been going into Aries, and it's just been knocking motherfuckers out energetically. Like, what'd you say? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's all. You've just been knocking people out energetically. Just with your aura. Just like, what? Huh? What? Boom, 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 boom. And so, like, what you stepped into this transit with, because we stepped in through Cancer season. That first 4 signs from the last cycle, we were still walking around like, not everyone is awake yet. And, we don't know who's who. And, I'm sorry if I offended you. And now it's just like, boom, boom, boom. Who wants it? Who wants it? You think I care about you? Huh? I'm in this bitch. Look at me shining. Look at my balls. Boom. Okay. And so this overnight shift is brought to you from the Uranus square, which unconventionally just flips that fucking switch. like completely and totally. And so, you know, if you've been feeling that fire, that's the Aries. Who run it? Like William said, that's the Leo. And so if we look at the power of I don't care is amazing. We're not talking about Aquarian I don't care. See, Aquarius I don't care is kind of hipster. It's like I don't even care. I don't care. I already know. I don't care. I don't know. This is a different type of I don't care. This is a you think I care, but I don't. Let me show you. Ah, ah. And if we look at Neptune, Leo season is King Kungsing it. If we look at Pluto, Leo season is King Kungsing it. And so both those, and then if we look at Uranus, Leo season is squaring it. These are all aspects that flip the switch. And what it is you're transforming is that unconscious sense of manipulation and control and delusion that you have allowed yourself to unconsciously do through reinforcement of societal norms that you're not only breaking through, but as an individual coming into the social, bringing the full totality of your balls and just being like, listen, I know you've brainwashed people to believe that this is what it is, but this is who I am. What you gonna do? Boom. Okay. And this is slowly but surely leading into Virgo season, preparing for these same manipulative forces and influences to passively aggressively jab at you before this goes into Libra season. And they actually aggressively jab at you because these are cowards. And so they feel more powerful hiding behind groups of other people to enforce their pseudoscientific manipulative jargon on you. Whether you let that work is up to you. Okay. But I do want to illustrate that the sun's quincunx to Pluto is not only transforming this manipulative dynamic, it is taking your power all the way back. And it's the quincunx of the sun happening right now to Neptune. And when I say happening right now, the sun is 19 and it's going to go into 20 tomorrow. And then 21 is going to complete it, leading into 22 and 23. And this is where you're transforming your relationship between this deceptive ass Neptune energy. And this is where moving forward, shout out to Neptune. I love Neptune. I love Pisces. So Neptune is not deceptive and Pisces is not deceptive. But in the context of the lack of integrity and distortion of purity, it's hella deceptive. And so this is not fair to Pisces who want to walk in integrity, because this is like the ruler of your planet being corrupt. And if you say anything, you might get fired or you might get extorted. Okay. So Pisces are in a very delicate position right now. Think of Justin Bieber, who's been whistleblowing what's happening, but he's in the thick of it. There's only so much he can do. Okay. So keep this in mind, the master of disguise. This Leo quincunx is bringing the solar awareness of light with Neptune in its dignity, Saturn in its dignity, Mars in its dignity, and the sun in its dignity. Not a coincidence. That's going to transform your awareness of what has been unseen, of the deceptive nature and quality of the experiences you've been having. This is going to go into Virgo season, and you're going to see clearly what's fact and what's been deceiving. Okay. Then we're going to go into Libra, and we're going to transform what's not fact with the light of logic. So this is the counterattack. But the reason why this is very important is because not only do we have the Neptune quincunx, the Pluto quincunx with Leo season is transforming the mechanism and dynamic to release extra dimensional energy from within. And the purpose of this great awakening is not only to tap you into alien gods and goddesses, because in order for you to realistically connect with your celestial counterparts in different star systems and superclusters, you need superpowers. The superpowers that we're having is not for Chronicle. It's not for us to be like, look at me innovate my lifestyle. And I can use telepathy. I mean, it's going to inevitably leave there, but it's purely and solely to prepare you for this supernatural intergalactic war that's going to lead into an alien invasion. The ones who are channeling their celestial counterparts and believe in that shit are winning. If you've allowed fake science and all this fake societal impulse to make you feel like you're weird, like, did you notice everyone is talking about everything but what we need to talk about? The main pressing concern is aliens, celestial influence. I, as well as many astrologers, have proven the direct influence of planet transits in what happens to the world. That means, just like Ephesians 6:12, we do not battle between flesh and blood, but higher powers and principalities that influence people in rulerships and lead positions of power to do evil. And we're not talking about that because they want to distract you and they want you to blame the white man for racism. Other people want you to blame Bill Gates and Fauci for trying to destroy the world. Other people want you to blame Democrats. Other people want you to blame Republicans. And it's really just these evil overlord aliens dividing you motherfuckers again. Same shit, different age. Thankfully, not all of us are stupid. And those of you who are actually been actively connecting with these people are maintaining your bridge. This is your arc. See, what happens is the shit's gonna fall down, and a lot of people aren't gonna have that time. And this is a Neptune and Pisces presentation that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start hitting y'all with YP PowerPoint presentations when I go over the outer planets. Neptune and Pisces, 2012 to 2025, is a huge delusion. Genjutsu has been placed over the populace. And unless you have special alien contacts or unless you have special aspects, the illusion works on you. If you have them, they don't work on you. That's why you're seeing people clearly brainwashed and they're intelligent, but it's not about how smart you are. It's about the infinite Tsukuyomi in Naruto hit every ninja. It doesn't matter how talented they are, right? 6,500 years falling apart. So what's going to happen is when Neptune goes into Aries, what this media influence and deceptive influence was distracting you for, the veil is going to go away. Listen, Saturn is going to end the zodiac cycle right as Neptune is ending the zodiac cycle. And then it's going to connect, cut the veil, and they're both going to move together into Aries. And so millions of people worldwide are going to realize that they've been disillusioned this whole time. And once this goes into War Aries, you're going to see like that, this illusion of peace dissolve. And you're going to see that it was a war the whole time. And so some of you are feeling into that now. And you're fighting now. And you know it's war now. When all this energy shifts, you're not going to get caught slipping because you're already recruiting your people and you're staying ready. Because Neptune is instituting this veil so you can get hit through it and not know where it's coming from. This is highly supernatural illusion genjutsu, okay? When this Project Bluebeam shit kicks off, which is the last part, the 20 degree to 29 degrees of Neptune Pisces, which is powerful enough to support mass genjutsu with Project Bluebeam, and you start seeing these false flag alien attacks or Jesus and these apparitions show up just so they can test it, this is all just to distract you. Think of the media machine. Think of entertainment, which is really here to just trap your mind, okay? What are you doing that is making you focus on the real war that's happening? Because Neptune and Saturn is going to leave Pisces, and that illusion, whoosh, and all of a sudden it's going to be a battlefield. And if you were just giving into this illusion of peace, thinking shit is sweet, after all, the news didn't tell me there was a war. The news told me that we're safe. In fact, war is happening overseas. It's happening right now. It's happening in front of your face. And trust me when I say paid agents are living amongst you right now. They get a check. They either get paid by their local acting guild or agency, and they're paid to act as a character, infiltrate a neighborhood, and influence your opinion. That small talk conversation you had with someone who bumped into you could very well be a CIA agent, and you don't even know. Are they a CIA agent? No. But do you know that? No. And so they might as well be. This is the discernment that is necessary moving forward. Oh, I got someone at my door. What type of screw? Trying to put my coffee table together. I don't have no screwdriver at all. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just. Oh, there we go. Hey, at this point, I'm trying to come with a butter knife. I don't know if you use these, but the plug should be in here too. If it works, yeah. I'm trying to use a butter knife. You got a regular screwdriver that'll work too. I got this. You got a screw and a few screws. Thank you. I appreciate it. You good? What you put in there? I got you. It'll be in the bag. For sure. Word. See, I already know what's up. Man. Yo. I'm just saying, man. And that dude's cool too. That dude's a cool dude. So I'm just letting you know how we're dealing with a higher dimensional reality. You want to think of this in 3D. So was he like, I'm going to be an agent and I'm going to knock on his door when he's no. We're dealing with higher dimensional entities that play this 3D reality like a chess piece. Okay. So I'm glad y'all noticed that correlation. You could call it a post ad hoc fallacy, but I'm glad you noticed that correlation. Just like for those of you who watched, I don't know if you guys watched Young Pharaoh's video yesterday, but it was supposed to go on at 4, and he had to basically restart it because magically he couldn't get his computer to work, and he was about to go for broke. And it's so I want you to notice those synchronicities in both cases, where Pharaoh was about to go in on the Israeli Mossad, and for 3 hours he had to fix his computer because they actively interfered him. But on the surface, it looks like, oh, okay, well, maybe his laptop wasn't working, or maybe it was just a technological glitch, even though he was using his laptop perfectly until he had to do that. That rabbi debate was incredible. And I want to give it up to that rabbi, because that rabbi came with that fire. Ultimately, YP got the debate. I think YP won the debate because he couldn't really explain where he came from outside of religion or the evolution theory. But that rabbi was lit. That rabbi was really dope. I enjoyed him. So I want you to notice that cause-effect relationship between what happened to YP and also what happened here too. Okay, that's Neptune in Pisces. And so the sun, that's King Kungsing Neptune in Pisces, is allowing you to more actively be aware of this causal relationship between, okay, the nebulous forces in higher dimensions. William, that's facts. The nebulous forces on all these higher dimensions and you real time here. Okay. Now, once this goes into Virgo, you're going to actually be in a position to control these dynamics, but we're not there yet. So shout out to that correlation. Does that make this bad? No, he just came up here and he asked for a screwdriver. So it's not like he's an evil agent, but I'm glad y'all noticed that correlation, that right when I was talking about that. That's not a coincidence. So your relationship with that is transforming forever. And that's the purpose of this Neptunian energy. Remember, this is higher than 3 dimensions. And moving forward, you all, I want you to remember that we are not third dimensional beings. We are only experiencing a third dimensional experience. You are not just your physical vessel. And so you have real time, okay, aspects of your being and personality that actively interact with fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and infinite dimensional constructs. Can you see them with your Taurus senses? No. Can you feel them? Yes. Can you sense them? Yes. Can you interact with them through prayer and other such modalities? You do it every day, whether you're conscious of it or unconscious. And this is where, okay, we now utilize these extra dimensional senses, awaken them with Capricorn, integrate them over Virgo season with our real life experience in order to take our power back and lead the revolution against the gods. Man is God asleep, okay? God is man awakened. You are in the middle of an intergalactic war where celestial beings and aspects of your higher self are fighting other higher celestial extra dimensional forces for your free will and to reclaim the supernatural awakened potential of your godhood. Long ago, your ancestors' ancestors were deliberately stripped of their power, and their DNA genetic sequence was spliced and altered in order to make us a slave race and stunt our potential. We are not only awakening and rising out of this, but we're making greater sense of past altered history that the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Egyptians left for us before a lot of this shit was switched as soon as 6,000 years ago. And so I want you to think about the industrial revolution and the technological and thinking revolutions that have dumbed down your mind while advancing technology to give you the impression that you only live once, and outside of this material realm, there's really nothing else to live for. When your ability to teleport, your ability to visit any other star system, your ability to alter and transform your physiology are abilities and talents that you were born with. And so this period represents that part of the sun cycle. If you look at the solar arc, correct me if I'm wrong, but the sun has now reached that place where it's coming out from the darkness and into the light. We're coming into the awareness with coming solar radiation transits that will activate this latent DNA or kill us, but awaken us and perhaps transform our old identities into leading a revolution against the gods. Did you know that even man can step against the gods themselves? And if you want to see this in anime form, read the manga Feng Shenji, because you have divine DNA sequences that have been suppressed since birth, so that a lower realm and deity of gods, or a lower realm and class of deities and gods that fell into the second heaven, okay, could rule over you, like the planets rule over you, okay? Let's assume that there's a negative shadow aspect to these planets that we're fighting back and breaking through this sense of peer pressure and BS societal norms that are reinforced by these outer planets in an effort for you to actually take control of your life. The manga, I don't know if there's an anime for it, but Feng Shenji is a story about how gods and humans, okay, coexist, and how gods rule over the humans as like a slave race. And this one human who was born of a god and a goddess and a human king leads a revolution against the gods and claims back, okay, a new age of humans being able to rule in coexistence with gods. And the cool thing about this anime, okay, Feng, Feng, Shen, Shenji, it's one of the best mangas I've ever read in my whole life. It's accurate and it's relevant to this real life. And one of the best things about it is that not all the gods were bad. There were some gods who did not like what they were doing with humanity and risked their position, okay, to actually map and sequence their polytheistic origin to help the human beings. Okay, Feng, and then Ji. I have not seen Ninja Scroll. I heard it was really good though. So yeah, very, very awesome to read. It's one of the best mangas I've ever read in my whole life. Shout out Daniel Jackson. He put me onto that. That's that dude. Hangmaster, if you see him in the chat. So yeah, this is very indicative of your, because you have to really understand. I didn't want to make this long, but you really need to understand the complex rhetoric that goes in to utilizing language, okay, and occultic vernacular to keep you dumbed down. They brainwashed and indoctrinated to this, all right, because science is a religion. It's science is supposed to be a study and collection of knowledge, okay? But the fake science you're taught is really a religion. It's a body of theoretical understanding that you have to believe in order to function. It's a fucking religion, okay? So like you've been indoctrinated with fake science to believe all sorts of bullshit that's theoretical in origin so that you can just be poisoned away from the true knowledge. If people truly wanted to teach you the truth, they would teach you astrology. You have been deceived in order to see astrology is supplementary when that's the first true science that other sciences should branch down from. Every branch of science should have and draw knowledge from astrology. They created physics to restrict us. Just like Colby said, the physics you're taught is Virgoan. True physics is supposed to mix Virgoan physics with Pisces metaphysics. And they only teach us the Virgo to keep us stunted in this material realm. This great awakening is awakening you to that, not through mainstream news sources. A lot of you guys are sharing that CIA document. Man, you've been known that stuff. It's through you. This is an individual revolution. Think about why y'all resonate with me so much. I have not told you anything you did not already know. That means I am living proof that you have always had the answers within. And so you really need to understand the complex rhetorical jargon and pseudoscience that people are paying millions of dollars to make you believe that you need to seek the answers outside of yourself in a stupid ass book. This is a college course. This is the last college course I'm taking. And a bunch of this bullshit is studying the theory of rhetoric. And I literally have to learn about pedophiles in the Greco-Roman era who kicked women out there, and I have to learn about how these idiots shaped rhetorical thought when the highest ideal for love to them was being with the little boy. And even in class, our teacher had to be like, yeah, I mean, back in the day, you know, the students they would teach, they would basically have sex with little boys. And so why is this the shit that we're taught? Well, and I even have another class that addresses this, where certain rhetorical criticism is, why do we have to learn from this? But this is the shit that's mainstream. Platonian, Ciceronian, Aristotelian thought. When you have ancient African civilizations that have surpassed these people in wisdom and basically led to what they plagiarized. Why are we being deluded with shit like this? All in the name of history. So the answers you find are not going to be in a book. They're led from a heart. And this is important because when you recognize that they're extra dimensional forces in this real life that guide you, this now breaks you away from the mechanism that has made obsolete the natural nature of learning, where you need to basically study and repeat and gain jargon, obsolete, useless information that doesn't really apply to this real life outside of basic logic that you can learn yourself. So this is so very important because you're taught that aliens aren't real like that. Yeah, they're leaking UFO footage, but you're taught that you can't realistically connect with these forces because if I can, why the fuck do I need to learn from you? Why do I need to watch your news sources? Why do I need to study your curriculum? If I can basically just learn within, and if see what you need to be taught is how to engage with these forces to teach yourself. They teach you the opposite. They've used rhetoric to be like, this is important, you need to learn this. But what's really happening is they've dumbed you down. They've denied you the true birthright. It doesn't matter what color you are. They've denied you the true birthright of what you can do and what star seed you really come from. Because no one on this planet is truly from this planet. Everyone's a fucking alien. Everyone has alien DNA. And this is where, okay, you're getting ready to reclaim all that. And I need to remind you, this comes from within first. Before the peace dealer confirms what you know, you need to trust what's within. This is why there's all sorts of social ostracization. Oh, this person didn't get this degree. They don't deserve this success. Oh, this person believes in that. We're going to alienate this person. That's not working anymore. Niggas try to alienate me. I became the peace dealer. Now they're jealous that I created my own cult because they thought that I needed them to feel insecure in myself. And I basically showed them, fuck you. I know who I am. Hee hee. Okay. So this is where it turns into a battle. And if you're ready to fight, then please let this Uranus aspect here prepare you to do so. And moving forward, you don't have to have all the answers. See, we're going to get the facts Virgo season, and then we're going to get the answers Aquarius season, microcosmic and macrocosmic. And as soon as I talked about Virgo and Aquarius, the goddess master, okay, Merlin, Aqua Moon, Virgo Sun came through. That's not a coincidence. That is an exercise of the higher than third dimensional awareness that allows us to connect together. So moving forward, I need you to once again remember, you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. You're a multi-dimensional being having a third dimensional experience. And the limits and the illusions and the lies that at a genetic hardcore level that have caused you to basically be blind to this shit. See, some of you are so psychic, it didn't work. Their illusions didn't work. And so you are one of the few outliers who sees what's happening, but because everyone else is deluded, you have no one to connect with. That's why we created this community, so we can connect with each other. As much as they hate that, and as much as they try and like basically call us crazy and interfere with our sessions, it's not working. We're only growing in number. So just letting you know, everything you've been taught is a complete lie. But you know this already. So listen, there are people who are still wanting things to go back to normal because you have been taught and tricked into believing that this system has your best interest. It's Stockholm Syndrome. You won't know what to do now, but in 6 months, you will know what to do. And so will you do it? Will you fight for freedom? And will you fight for truth? The fight for freedom and truth is South Node in freedom, North Node in truth. Happens once every 20 years. And this is a part of the apocalypse sequence, end of age. Those of you who are here to fight for this new age, you must remember that no matter the pressures and dictates of this third dimensional experience, you are connected with higher dimensional entities that can make this experience obsolete for you. No one's going to do that for you. No one's going to have faith for you. No one's going to walk through those trials and tribulations that come with you expressing the truth. And this is so very important. They want to put out there idiots and crazy people. So that did you notice whenever they talk about psychic ability, whenever they talk about conspiracy theories, they want to put idiots who don't know anything as the face of that. So that whenever you want to think outside the box, you think about that person. You're like, I don't want to look like that person. And so you just conform like the idiot that you are. If you conform now, you're a complete idiot. And let's not act like a lot of this compliance is not cowardice. Okay. Stand up for your right. And so you must know what it is you're doing. You will know. This is my promise to you. If you're here right now fighting this fight, you're breaking through generations worth of blockages and brainwashing. You are the chosen one of your family line and generation to absolve that. Alex Jones don't give a single fuck. But Alex Jones is a special celestial being. He has Uranus on his moon in Libra. So like no one's fucking with Alex Jones. And no one will ever fuck with Alex Jones. And Alex Jones been telling the truth. Pluto Gemini. Y'all ain't ready for that. So it is what it is. Is he Pluto Gemini? But regardless. So and Biden picking Kamala Harris is hilarious. Didn't Kamala already lose against Biden? Do you know what that reminds me of? Barack and Hillary. Do y'all remember 2008? Hillary came for Barack. Hillary and Barack don't like each other. Leo and Scorpio don't like each other. So like they ended up working together. Didn't Kamala and Biden rip each other a new asshole? But Biden needs a black woman, and he wasn't able to get Michelle Obama because Michelle probably said no. And so Kamala was the next best bet. So like there's no way you people are beating Trump unless you cheat, unless you rig elections. That's the only thing you got going for you. Y'all about to get washed. It's hilarious. And I am here for the shit show. But outside of that, this third dimensional awareness that you're expanding from is very, 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 very important because you're going to notice more so than ever the influence and dynamic. Oh my God, Colby. The influence and the dynamic of you being directly guided, led, and dealing directly with these extra dimensional forces. So I'm going to say this again. You are going to be hit with experiences that take this third dimensional construct in an effort to limit you. For example, you may be denied certain basic rights because you don't wear a mask or because you don't take a vaccine. And that can interchange for anything. The average person is going to be like, oh no, I'm trapped. There's nothing I can do because I must live on this third dimensional construct to survive. That's base chakra survival shit. Or you can vibrate at your crown chakra, know who you are, and remember, I'm a multidimensional being. A third dimensional construct may limit my ability to live comfortably, but will not stop me. And this is only giving you an opportunity to create a system to make this obsolete. That's the squares. The squares that we're going to face 2021 is what's going to create the catalyst through struggle to Uranus and Taurus and create physical structures obsolete from the system. Okay, so very important. And all that begins now with Uranus, that's squaring Leo, Neptune, that's King Hunting Sun in Leo, Pluto, that's opening King Hunting Sun in Leo. And this is what is going to transform your relationship with these extra dimensional forces in an effort for you to very powerfully and very realistically put yourself in a position to not only evolve your awareness of yourself, but to fight that good fight. And if you all had flaming swords, to stick those flaming swords up the asses of those who need that flaming sword up their ass. All right, let's go down the Zodiac sign. So Aries, you're transcending your unconscious habits that veil you to the power of you. Pluto is transforming the level of success you can reach. And Uranus and Taurus is automating the manifestation quality to make your money making automatic. Taurus, Uranus is going to be innovating how you express yourself, while Pluto is transforming the philosophy over how powerful you see yourself as, and Neptune changing the nature of friendships that enable this sense of self to flesh through, and how you deal with these friends, and how you utilize Neptune to manifest miracles. Gemini, Uranus in your 12th is transcending the physiology around how you express your magical ability. Pluto is transforming the physical process with how you connect your mind to your body so that it's more automatic. And also, Neptune in your 10th is transcending your career goals, further establishing your dream job, but transforming you into the individual that can boss that. Cancer, Uranus in your 11th is actually bringing wealth by introducing wealthy, crazy tycoons in your circle of friends. But also, all right, trining Pluto in your 7th, transforming the dynamic of people you're in relationships with to now filter the extraordinary quality of who you're in relationships with. But Neptune is basically ascending your philosophy, and it's allowing you to utilize your feelings to feel into this extra dimensional, higher dimensional, abstract concept that directly affects your real life and your attitude. Leo, the square you're going to be making, thank you, Lindsay, to to Uranus in your 10th is going to heighten your sense of self and prepare you to receive windfalls of income, while Pluto in your 6th is transforming your behavior so that Neptune in your 8th can transform how you take this psychic ability and more so solar quality of who you are and transform how you deal with others, because you'll be seeing more into the nebulous dynamics that cause them to finesse you. Virgo, Uranus in your 9th is going to automate your philosophy and grounded values by taking the cause-effect relationship with you just being there physically and everything that happens around you, so that Uranus and Taurus can fix whatever you see and bring it to you. And then Pluto in your 5th can transform the incredible nature of your real practical talents to change your world, while Neptune is opposite you so that you can bring that earth energy directly to others and smash through their illusions and just stick that sword up their ass because they want to be delusional as hell. Libra, we have Uranus transforming the nature of how you physiologically and sensually deal with other people in your reading of body language, applying your intellect. Pluto in your 4th is transforming private issues in your world and private life to be brought up to the surface and be resolved once and for all. And Neptune is making more divine your lifestyle so you can incorporate higher level magic in what you do with your day-to-day so that you can imaginary your reality. And that has to go through the sensual transformation of how you deal with the world itself. Scorpio, Uranus is having you connect and build relationships with crazy genius motherfuckers, okay, or wealthy. And then Pluto in your 3rd is transforming the attitude of how serious you approach connections with to build that. And then Neptune in your 5th is having you channel divine creativity to basically, imagine the alien influence in your life, but you're kind of an alien yourself. And I don't think any of you Scorpios are really human at all, as much as you try and kind of act like it, but also hate on humans because you're not human. So this is definitely going to also transcend the divine nature of your creativity and make you, less available to understand what you kind of like anyway. Okay. Sagittarius, Uranus in your 6th house is going to automate the process of manifesting your day-to-day routine by literally just having you create it out of thin air, with Pluto in your 2nd transforming the capacity and quality with which you can actually make money, okay, so that you can make more. And Neptune in your 4th is building this greater dream realm that you can escape to when shit goes down. And then we'll wonder, where the fuck is Sagittarius? And y'all are just in your secret Narnia dream worlds while everyone is killing each other and dying. Capricorn, we have Uranus in your 5th that's going to, I'm not joking, Sagittarius, I'm not being sarcastic at all. Capricorn, Uranus in your 5th house is innovating the quality of your creative talents that you're manifesting, and also reestablishing, okay, your relationship with your inner child. Pluto, that is on your sign, is facilitating this expansion and transformation of yourself from Capricorn to Super Capricorn. And Neptune in your 3rd is the ability to now perceive unseen extra dimensional phenomena in your real world and attitude, so that elements of your imagination could literally manifest into reality because you're a director, god or goddess. See, if you put this in the context of you having goddess power, it makes sense that your imaginations can be real, not like if you were in a human mode. Aquarius, Uranus in your fourth is going to frazzle, drip, frazzle, dazzle, and screw you up. I'm just joking. I just wanted to say frazzle, drip. Uranus in your fourth. Ellen is an Aquarius. Oprah is an Aquarius. Epstein's an Aquarius. I'm just joking. Shout out to Aqua, though. Y'all are the shit. Uranus in your fourth is going to really make more unconventional this relationship you have with the earth itself and how you can draw energy up the earth itself, leading into Pluto in the 12th, which is transforming the unconscious dynamics that make it hard for you to connect with others, because the literal government has been having frequency war with you since 2008, because Aquariuses are emitting frequencies that connect people. And so they have to counterattack hidden in the 12th house with the frequency, knowing that if you tell other people Aquarius, people are just going to think you're fucking crazy because they'll never believe you because they're not high enough to believe you. All right.
Like 10 seconds.
Over the table?
Yeah. I don't know like which part to do. I'm at the last part. I'm just trying to see how I put it in there.
Give me like 2 minutes.
All right, take your time.
Bam. And Neptune in your second is going to transcend the quality with which you can convert your knowledge into just divine pure magic. And see, a lot of this is abstract because literature does not exist to explain. A lot of the literature that exists now in Aquarius is specifically meant to undermine you, because the rhetoric and the literature that exists is a dumbed down version of what you can do. And so it does not progress more your higher abilities. For example, every Aquarius has the ability to literally imagine what they want to manifest and boop, it's here. But the way y'all work dumbs that down because, you know, you were taught that's not possible when that's a fucking lie. You exist. So this is everything you're breaking through with this transit as it pertains to how you express that other people to you on your seventh. And then Pisces, Uranus in your third is a more direct extension of what I said with Capricorn, where everything that you're thinking realistically in your attitude is manifesting in a much accelerated aspect. Neptune may be veiling you to this, but Pluto in your 11th is now taking the unconventional nature of how you communicate, and it's connecting it with transforming your collectives and where you belong, with Neptune making you the focal point, allowing you to transcend your identity. But this could come at the risk of veiling yourself and not believing in yourself because things just look too good to be true. Like, there's no way I saw the synchronicity sequence at the same moment that I got the answer I asked to receive 2 seconds ago. Yes, motherfucker, you're you. You're the most magical motherfucker in here. So just embrace it, okay? And as you're progressing into Aries, you must lead. So I hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to make this a super quick video, but, you know, Gemini, y'all stay blessed as always. And yeah, tomorrow the sun will be 20 degrees, and then that's when it begins. 20, 21, 22, and 23 is the bridge between the Neptune quincunx and the Pluto quincunx before the 27-degree Saturn quincunx. And this is transforming your relationship with higher extra dimensional energies that you can begin to integrate and literally transform your real life with. So that when you call down on a force, there's a cause-effect relationship that realistically changes your life. That's not iffy, like, did it work or not? Because the energy wasn't loaded. Like, we didn't have the Capricorn energy finished yet, versus now where it's finishing. It's beta tested and all that shit. So don't be afraid of being wrong. Don't be afraid of being right. Everything we've been taught has misled us. So we have to start from scratch again. It's okay to be a research institute of your own. And with trial and error, recalibrate your divine magical ability. And until next time, peace.